Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. Scott Grierson here from nymathtutor.com, and I'm going to be bringing you another parenting tip for raising great students. Today, we're doing the second part of our money lesson, and it's all about Smart Money, Smart Kids by Dave Ramsey and Rachel Cruz. This is the book right here. There it is. We are going to be talking about Chapter 2, which is entitled, Work, It's Not a Four-Letter Word. All right, so what I'm going to be talking about in this lesson is how to introduce money with your kids, how to not give allowances, and instead put your kids on commission. So I'll be teaching you the lessons I learned from this fantastic book, Smart Money, Smart Kids, in Chapter 2. Now, the book has gems throughout the entire thing, but I wanted to focus on Chapter 2 today. So let's get to it straight away. Here we go. The most important lesson you can teach your kids is how to work. Now, this not only applies to the real world, but it applies in school. How do you work hard? Because results come from hard work. Now, in the last lesson, I taught you all about the history of money, but I didn't really tell you where money comes from. Money comes from work. If you don't work, you don't get paid. If you work, you get paid. It's as simple as that. When your kids learn hard work from a young age, that habit will stick with them for life. All right, now if your students and your child is in 5th grade, 6th grade, it's not too late to start. It's going to be a little bit more tricky. It'll be a little harder, but it's never too late to start learning about money and creating great habits. That's what we're trying to do here. If you have a child and they are at least 3 years old, you can start using this method. They don't even need to be in 3rd grade or 4th grade or 5th grade. You can start all the way when they're 3 years old. So what we want to do is we want to eliminate allowances. Allowances no longer exist in our world. We are going to put our kids on a commission-based system. Now, what does this do? It creates a relationship, a cause and effect relationship between hard work and money. And that's what we're striving for. Let me give you an example. So, when your kids are in the 3 to 5-year-old range, you want to assign them about 3 chores to accomplish each week, and you're going to assign a dollar value to that chore. So every time they complete the chore, you're paying them a certain amount of money. Now this could be making their bed. Maybe when you do laundry, you have them sort the socks for you. Or it could be, going around the house, gathering up trash and putting it in the wastebasket. Now you want these tasks to be simple, but you also want them to feel like work. It shouldn't be too easy, right? They have to have the sense of completing work and then the effect of getting paid. Now, one of the keys is make sure they do the work, but once they do it, give them that money instantly. They need, at this young age, to get instant gratification from doing that work to create in their minds the relationship, the cause and effect relationship between work and money. All right, again, that's what we're trying to do. Cause and effect, work, and money. All right, so it can be as little as $1 or $5 per job. All right, you decide. But what we want them to do is start spending. They work. Let's say you're going to give your child $1 per chore. So your 3-year-old does 3 chores. They have $3 at the end of the week. So take them out shopping with you. Have them have that $3 in their hand, and they can spend it on whatever they like. It teaches them about responsibility. It teaches them about money, which includes our favorite subject, math, and it teaches them the value of hard work. Another trick that's great with young kids around this age, 3, 4, 5, is to take the dollars that you're paying, right? Crumple them up and put them into a jar. Because change and just dollars normally lie flat. But if you put them in a jar and you crumple them up, they start to pile up and they look like a lot of money, especially if you're giving more than $1 per chore, like $5. If you take 15 $1 bills, crumple them up and put them in a jar, it's going to look like an amazing amount of money to a young child. All right, so that's a pro tip for you. It comes from Rachel Cruz. Let's move on to some kids that are a little bit older. So if you have a child who's in the 6 to 13 range, you're going to do things a little bit differently. So once your kids hit about age 6, we're going to increase the amount of chores and the complexity of the chores. It also might be a good idea to increase the amount of money as well. If you were only giving $1 before, you might want to do $2 to make sure the incentive is there. Now, we are not going to reward every single chore. Okay, you need to pick 5 specific things to have that commission based on them. So let's say you're going to do, you're still going to have them make the bed, maybe take out the garbage, load the dishwasher, pick up all the dirty clothes around the house, and clean the living room. Okay, that's 5 chores. Let's say you assign a $2 value to each one. So now they have the potential to earn $10 a week. But they still have to help set the table. They have to help wash the dishes. They have to brush their teeth at night. They have to clean the bathroom once a week. All of those things they do, they are not given a cash reward for. Those things they do because they are a member of your family and it is their responsibility to do it. And if they don't do those things, goodbye commissions. Okay? You have to be a respectable member of the family first before you're given commission rewards. All right? This not only teaches them intrinsic value, right, which we talked about before, right? But it also teaches them how to be a good member of society, of a family, of a team, of a club, right? There's things you do just because it's the right thing to do, because you're a member, right? And then there's extra things you can do that you can be rewarded for, right? This mirrors life. So at this point, you can start rewarding your child weekly instead of right after they do the task. So perhaps you're paying your child once a week. Now, that money is going to be used by that child for some specific uses, which I'm not really going to get into, but we're going to add more than just spending. They could save it, they could give it away. Those topics are in this Smart Money, Smart Kids book. And they go into a lot of detail. They use something called the envelope system, which my wife and I still use to this day to run our budget. All right? But kids can do this system too. It's going to take too long for me to explain it here, but go to daveramsey.com, check out the envelope system. There's all kinds of classes that are around that you can check out as well, or buy one of the books. Besides paying weekly, what else changes from 6 to 13? Well, at this point, kids can also do extra jobs if they want to earn extra money. For example, you could babysit, or you could do yard work for a neighbor. There's many number of things that a child can do to earn extra money. So if they get really motivated and maybe they're totally motivated by saving, they have some goal that they really want, maybe a mountain bike or iPad, something like that, and it costs $100. Well, that's going to take some time to get. So rather than wait so long just by doing chores, they want to do something extra, and that's fantastic. Encourage that behavior. Now, after your kids reach the age of 14, they're kind of on their own. They're not on this system anymore. And to learn more about that, please check out Smart Money, Smart Kids. Bottom line is, you don't want to be giving your kids allowances. Give them commission-based work to do and have them earn their own money. This way, they can learn about money, they learn about the value of work, and they learn math by saving and spending, right? They'll see, I have $5. What can I buy? How much money would I have left? All of that has to do with math. So when they see that in school, they're going to understand it better. They're going to be better organized, and they're going to understand, most importantly, the value of work. Again, please check out this book, Smart Money, Smart Kids, by Dave Ramsey and Rachel Cruz. I really recommend it. They have some great financial advice. It's not just about kids. They do all kinds of training to help people get out of debt, live debt-free, and live a pretty fantastic life. I hope you've enjoyed this lesson. I will see you back here next week for our final segment on money, where I will teach you the method I use to explain to my students how we can spend, save, and give. I hope to see you then. Have a great week. Bye.